Copacabana Beach, guys, where it all began, my channel. So I'm here today, back in Brazil after, a stopover in Portugal and in my home country of Canada. So basically, I wanted to talk about how I think Rio de Janeiro is. I'm pretty much done with Rio de Janeiro, and I'm not trying to, sit here and say how I hate it or anything like that. It's not about me hating this place. I think that it seems to me that it's getting worse and worse. I mean, you could say that about many places around the world, but here in particular, I've been here now 4 years, going on 4 years, and I'll give examples to prove what I'm talking about. And I'm not even talking about doing my vlogs and stuff like that, just in general. Where I live, it's across the other side of the river, just past Niterói, and it's really hot today, by the way. There's two ways of me getting to the city from where I live. Bus that goes to Niterói, and then you can take the ferry, or there's one that goes direct to downtown Rio. About an hour and 20-minute ride. The distance is not the problem. The problem is that it's really, the last few weeks, or maybe about a month ago, there was two sequestered buses, like kidnapping, where you go down the river, where close to Niterói. Let me get away from this music. And these punk ass, kids from the favela, or criminals from the favela, not all of them are bad, but the three of them took over the bus and forced the driver to take the bus into the favela that's close to the downtown Rio, and robbed everybody at gunpoint. So I can no longer take that route. I'm not living in fear. It's just that it's just not worth the risk. So now I have to take one bus to Niterói, and then I take the ferry across. Which, what are you gonna do? I have to go to Rio sometimes. Overall, it's like you can't walk around the city with your cell phone. You gotta constantly be looking over your fucking shoulder. You don't know who to trust in this city. There's like rip-off artists and scammers, and it's unbelievable how many there are in this city. I mean, those of you who've visited here, you might have had a little taste, but visiting is one thing, but living here, it really gets, it can be stressful. And I'm used to filming in shady locations and whatnot, but I mean, day-to-day stuff, it's just fucking annoying for me. It really is. It's still a beautiful city, but just way too much crime, way too much criminals, and scams, and it's just, especially here in Copacabana, but if you go to other places, it's almost the same thing. There are pockets where it's not bad, like where I live, it's not bad, but overall, it is going downhill. The government refuses to increase security presence here, spend the extra money. Only whenever there's a big event, they will spend the money on the security and shit. Like they had the G20 here, they had the Olympics, they had the World Cup. They'll spend the money on the security, but for their own people, and even for tourists, really not that much. It's really, really sad. So I'm thinking I'm not gonna leave Brazil, but I may look for another city to live in. It's just, you can get burned out here really fucking fast, especially if you're living here. Like where I live, it's pretty tranquil. It's a small town, but if you don't do that, you'll burn out. I know guys who come here and they spend a few months, and even they get burned out. Then it's a fun city to visit. I do recommend still visiting here, but if you're not sure about safety and all that stuff, living here, it could really, take a toll on you. So a few of my options, I might move to Floripa. I don't know yet. I'm still gonna travel around Brazil and check out places I haven't been and film it, do a vlog and whatnot. But I think Rio for me, it's, as the Brazilians say, já deu. You know, I'm done pretty much. I still like some of the beaches here. I'm not a huge fan of Copacabana anymore, really. I prefer Baja and beaches where you're not going to get harassed by sellers and shit like that. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. There's probably a bunch of other shit that really is annoying, like they're not very educated here, unfortunately. And I don't mean like in school. I'm talking about like manners. People won't get out of the way when you're walking on sidewalks. People don't say sorry. Very, very bad etiquette here. And I'm just being real. It is what it is, you know. This is the way it is. Everyone's seems to be out to get everyone, to try and make the, you know, the bottom dollar or the bottom real. Hard to know who to trust here, like I said, and that goes for women too, you know. Very, very difficult. So that's all I really have to say. I mean, let me know what you guys think, if there's some things that bother you about being here. For me, there's many more other things, but they're really small things, but they all accumulate, you know. It just starts getting annoying really fast. Constantly you get bothered. If you're filming here, you get bothered. People want to like sell you shit all the time. It gets really old really fast. I mean, it's beautiful weather here. There are somewhat nice people here, but for the most part, they're always trying to look to get something out of you. You know, I hate that. I fucking hate that. Absolutely hate that. Yeah, I'm glad I don't live in Copacabana anymore. But I think for Rio, it's pretty much a done deal for me. Again, it's a great tourist place to, you know, travel destination for holidays and vacation. But living, I think you'll find that it gets too much. There's probably so many other like examples I can say. They really don't want to work that hard here as well. I mean, that's a small thing, and they try to do like the bare minimum here. The service, by the way, is the one thing I have to talk about. The service here is shit. Like, if you've ever been to Sao Paulo, the service is much better in Sao Paulo. Much, much better in Sao Paulo. And in other parts of Brazil as well. But here in Rio, you're going to be waiting at a table. Like for today, I was just at a kiosk waiting. No one came over. I tried to wave them down. Nothing. So I left and went to another kiosk. Don't let them rip you off. Don't let them make you wait. Don't let them give you the gringo prices, you know. Try to do some research and know what the prices are here. So I wanted to do this video and talk about Rio. It really is getting worse. I mean, if you research, I have a Portuguese passport as well, and last year there was like some fraud going on in there too. Like that, it's crazy, man. There's no limit to how much fraud and shit goes on here, and how much just craziness and like the violence, and it really does take a toll. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna leave Rio, but I'm not gonna be here forever, that's for sure. I have to find other place to maybe move to, and we'll see. I'll be here for the next 1 or 2 years maximum and travel around Brazil. So I just wanted to say that, guys. Let me know, drop a comment what you guys think of Rio. Do you find the same, or is there anything I didn't mention that is annoying? And yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm going to sit down and get out of the sun. See you guys in the next video, wherever it may be. Peace.